everybody, it's Evelyn again. I'm here to work once more on Heather Valentin's Yoshiko City Girl. In the last time I filmed, we did the hair, which I'm really not satisfied after looking at it, but I'll come back to it. But today we're going to work on the kimono. And I think I'm going to do probably red. But I'm going to start with these little bitty flowers, and I am going to do those in a yellow. Make them yellow flowers. And once again, I am using Brute Fur square colored pencils. I'm going to start with 001 and making sure I'm in frame, looking at my thing and making sure I'm in frame. I'm just gonna lay in some color, and the reason I'm doing this is I want to make sure I don't accidentally go over these with red and then have to erase and come back, because I do want them the lighter yellow color. I know nothing about kimonos, so I am taking a stab in the dark to make it hopefully look pretty. As I said, I keep looking at the hair going, I'm not really happy with it, but I'm not sure how to change it to make it where I'm more happy with it. So figured once I get the kimono done and start working on the flowers in her hair, it will tell me more. Hopefully she will speak to me and let me know what I need to do to make her look a little better on the hair side. I still like how the skin came out. I'm very pleased with the skin. I'm just not really happy with the way the hair ended up looking. It just seems a little too pale on this side, but I don't want to quite go back and revisit it at this point. And I'm not going to put any more yellow on these flowers at the moment. I am going to start on the kimono. And for the kimono, as I said, I'm going to use reds. And looking at my reds, I think I'm going to start with 018, which is the dark red. And lay in some color in these folds. Now there is a I'm going to call it a cummerbund. I know that's not the proper word. I am sure I will get corrected. Someone somewhere is going to correct me on what the proper terminology is, but there's a sash, a cummerbund around the middle, and I believe I'm going to do that in a different tone. But Heather has very nicely put in these shade marks, and that's what I'm going with on the darker red. As far as the brute furs are concerned, I'm still learning about them. I really, after working with them on this picture, and then I did started and was working on a secondary picture without filming it, just for I wanted to relax without having to think about what I was saying. I don't think they're going to become a go-to pencil. And that's me, because I am in love with the polychromos, and the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and more than likely those are going to stay my #1 pick. Although it's a good thing, every once in a while it's a good thing to go out of your comfort zone, and I definitely have a comfort zone. I'm kind of, truth be told, a little OCD about how I want things to turn out whenever I'm coloring, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love the Faber-Castells. I've been using them for so long, they're predictable to me. I just went over the edge there. I'm gonna put my pencil down, take my little electric, okay, clean that up. And I like predictability. And I have a hard time changing from my polychromos, although I'll tell you what, the Holbeins are really awesome. And I got some new pencils that I think I may actually work with, because they seemed really awesome too. With the Barbin. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Pencils, which I will probably be doing in the next video I do. Okay. Try to get a little red around that stick. Okay. Now I've got the start of her kimono, and I'm going to turn slightly here and work on some of these folds. There's a lot of folds in this, and clothing is not. Did you see that? To sharpen it, and I lost the tip. This is one of the reasons why, after working last night with the Brute Furners, I may have gotten a bad batch, or they got dropped in transit, but I am having a ton of breakage, and this displeases me. I don't know if it's the nature of the pencil, or if it's just that I got a bad box of pencils, but it's frustrating to me. And I can tell you the tip is already broke on that. This is whenever I wish I had an electric pencil sharpener. And again, has anyone else had this issue with the pencils just being a shattered mess? If I can't get this to I'm sorry, that is a sigh of pure frustration there. I am at the moment not very happy. I mean, I've shaved away half a pencil and can't get it. It is just a broken mess. Finally, a stable area. I mean, this is the one I'm working with, and this is the one. I mean, a third of the pencil is gone, and just because the lead is just fractured, which to me is extremely frustrating. So yeah, and part of me is like, well, just buy another set, and it's like, well, why throw away good money if they're just gonna shatter like this? And I'm not sure. I mean, they're nice pencils to work with, but if this is how they're going to be, maybe I don't want to waste money on another set if this is what I'm going to be getting is broken pencils. And it's not just this pencil. I was working with a color last night and did the same thing. Spent for a small area, I over a third of the pencil is gone because the pencil just shattered, and I'm not sure if other people are having the same issue, or maybe it's the way they were packaged whenever they were delivered to me. I did get them on Prime Day. I don't know. I don't know if I should see if I can get them from another source other than Amazon and see if that would solve the issue. I'm at this point in the game kind of lost. But they said if someone could tell me in the comments if they're having a similar issue with their pencils, I'd greatly appreciate it. You know, if this is a common issue with the brute furners, I'm definitely not going to buy another pack. But if it is that I got a bad set, that, you know, maybe I'll see if I can find another source and get a different set. I'm not, at this point, I'm really not sure. I hesitate to even attempt to sharpen them, even though I kind of, for these lines, I kind of need to. If I want to finish this picture and get the detail out of it that I'm hoping to get, I kind of need to have sharp pencil. And I know that I'm probably strange. I like to have my pencil super sharp whenever I'm coloring. A dull pencil annoys me, unless I'm covering a large area. That's I don't know. I was hoping it was just my bad luck last night, and but as I said, this is the second pencil I've discovered that is kind of shattered all the way down, which is never a good sensation. It's very frustrating because you feel like you're just burning up money, whittling down whittling out and sharpening away dollars. If they're not going to, if they're going to break as you sharpen them. Then again, it could be just I'm having that kind of a weekend. I don't know. And it kind of makes me kind of upset with this whole process at the moment. And I don't want to be upset whenever I color. I color for stress relief, and if the tools I am using are not performing in a manner which I find acceptable, makes the whole process less enjoyable. So luckily these brute furners are not like what the loonies or whole bottoms are, which are buku expensive and I'm sorry, I'm zoning out, and I keep thinking, I'm frustrated. I don't know if you can tell that, but I am definitely frustrated with the pencil breakage at this point. And since they're oil-based, and not wax-based, I can't do my trick of well, I'll throw them lay them out on a cookie sheet and throw them in the oven for a little bit. That won't work. Okay. So I'll be honest, I will admit that at the moment I am at a loss for words. Okay. Now, Heather did not grow or draw a bottom part of this, so I am just going to go in an area that I think would be more traditional guess I could go all the way out to the flowers, but I think that would make her hips rather large. And no girl wants large hips. It's just not the thing. You know, we like to have small, skinny hips. Doesn't usually happen, but one can always hope. Put that one aside. That was 18. So I'm going to try the Red Autumn Leaves. 106. Or, no, 103. Another thing I discovered about the Brute Ferners. This looks like a brown. The pencil casing looks like a brown. But if you use the pencil, it's most definitely a red. Yes. A pretty red at that. With the 13. I'm going to be switching between 13 and 103 quite a bit here. Forgive me if I don't announce it every single time I switch. And I'm going back with the 103 over where I laid the 13. I'm probably pressing harder than what I should to get the pigment out. That's primarily because now that I've starting to have issues, I'm like, I just want to get this picture done. Taking a look back, kind of moving back from the picture, taking a good look at it at a distance. I have a tendency to kind of lean over my work and work on what I'm working on, and leaning back, looking at it from a different angle, for me personally, seems to help quite a bit. Should have probably taken a nap before I started filming. I may make this a short video and do just that. You can tell in my coloring that I'm frustrated with the pencils. I will continue to use them for this picture, but it may or may not be a struggle. what I'm doing is going over the outline with the color I'm using to kind of make that outline disappear. Yeah. I don't know. There you go. I'm actually liking the color combination. It looks so much brighter on the computer screen on the video than what it actually is. And since I'm just learning how to video in that, I'm not sure exactly how to change the brightness on my camera that would soak in less bright. I'm not sure. Continue on. Well, that was a great big boom. Not sure if that was fireworks or a car accident, because it's, you know, not even 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a little early for fireworks. This is the 4th of July weekend, which always makes it a fun-packed day where you kind of want to stay away from windows because you don't know if it's actually fireworks going off or something totally different. I'm liking that. Okay. Sorry about that. So that's gonna be my Komodo. I think I'm going to do 08. Sure. Yeah. With a sash. Oh, did you see that? I am getting rambunctious with the color pencils. Putting some, darkening up that burgundy or along the edge line on the dress. So that you can tell that it's definitely an interior lining. And kind of just filling in some of these base lines of the sash with this brighter red. And then again 07 and filling in the sash here. It's a subtle difference, but there is a difference. Okay, I'll put those two aside. Put in some of that darker burgundy color. Try. This is Nina paper, and it has a really nice property to it. It's kind of a smooth paper, so I'm going to use the Kern Dash blender. See if I can brighten up, make that sash pop. And I'm pressing kind of hard. By the crumpling of the blender, you can kind of tell that I'm pressing hard. I'm afraid there may not be enough of a color difference there. How to solve. Maybe go with one of the pinks. Over it to make it pop a little. It's such a small area that one never knows. What's going to make a difference? There. A little better. There is a difference, though. You can tell that there is a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of my lower dress. Going over the color I laid down before to bring those highlights together. Excuse me. And I think part of my problem is I don't normally work with reds, so I'm having difficulty picking reds out because it's not a color that I normally gravitate to, but just this kimono just screamed for the red. And I'm going to do a trick, and I know I'm going to get backlash for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take the dark gray that I used for her hair, and since these tones are so close, I'm just going to put a line, a definition line in there to make that pop in this area between the overlapping materials. I don't want to bring it out much. I'm not covering the entirety of the area, but I do want to make it a definite definition between the two. And if the dark gray or black helps me along that vein, I'm all for it. Oh, that's looking much better now. And I'm going to put that aside. And I'm going back in with the darker red and pulling that down a little, because I had definitely a line, and I don't want a line. I want the blend there. There. I'm kind of happy with that. I have a kink in my knee. It's like, oh, I moved. That hurt. Signs of old age. Again, I want to define that area. Kind of making the under there a little bit darker by putting another layer. I'm going back in with my color. Look at it. And once again, I'm taking that gray, come in and define that shadow area a little more. Now, I've left cuffs here, and I can go over this part with another layer because I see way too much white of the paper showing through. Even though this is a smooth paper, I don't like a lot of teeth in my paper, or tooth. second layer really helps bring that out. I'm sorry, I as I said, probably not going to be the best video because there. Yeah. I know I seem like I'm jumping around, but I want to give an idea because, I mean, let's face it, we could spend hours of me coloring this kimono, and I'm sorry, I've got dry mouth really bad. But once again, I'm going to take my red, my lighter red, and I think I'm going to use that as my upper kimono. So I'm trying to give you an idea of the color schemes I'm going with, and in that on this part, and so you get an idea of where I think I'm headed. And I mean, let's face it, I color slow, so I could sit here for another 2 to 3 hours just coloring the kimono. And I'm going over the little dots here because they're going to be sparkle or sparkly. Even if I go over them, I can see them. They're well defined spots. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get the sparkle. If I'm just going to use a gel pen or what. But this is why I put the yellow in. You know, I made no definition on the yellow. Is this way I know for sure that I'm being more cautious. You know, I just covered up that leaf there, which is not what I wanted to do. But I can erase the red, and there's still the yellow there. So if you gently erase, you can leave, and I just did that with my hand. Bad girl. You can leave the underlying color if you gently erase and not press too hard. I'll have to go in and add more color to that. I'm just doing small circles to get pigment down on the page. I've got this to a fairly fine point to so that I can get in between these little bitty flowers. And I'm not even at this point. I'm not even sure if I want to add a different color to the flower. Again, I apologize. I move my paper a lot, and I don't even think about it until 95% of the time. So I just move it, so it's the best angle for me to color in. But by doing the small circles, I'm getting good coverage. And getting at least two layers in some cases 3 layers down at one time. And I can't fault these pencils for pigmentation, because they seem to be putting out a lot of pigment. I'm hoping that you'll come back and tell me that I apparently just got a bad set, because it's really, I mean, they laid down nice, these brute furners. They seem to be of nice quality for an economic pencil, but the breakage just about killed me, you know. The breakage is definitely something I don't want to deal with. So I'm actually going to go in with this red versus the one I originally pulled out and see if I can get a little more. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm happy. I'm liking what I'm doing, how this is turning out. I really am. I'm good. So that's the color scheme for the kimono, and that. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna finish this up without filming it, because, as I said, I could color for probably another 2 hours on just the kimono. I believe I'm gonna do this band in a similar fashion, in a different red, to make it pop. And the next session I'm gonna film will be, after I get the kimono done, will be the flowers in the umbrella. Now, I have ideas for the umbrella. I do not guarantee that they'll work, but I do have ideas. Yeah, I think that's going to look, yes, I think that's going to look actually pretty darn good. There you go. And then the same pencil, start working my way into this row. Okay. Yes, I'm beginning to like like how this is coming together with the 2 reds, or actually 4 reds. But instead of having you filming hours of me working on the kimono, I am going to go ahead. You get the color scheme that I've got going here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it on this video. Whenever I come back, we'll do the flowers and the umbrella, or it's not a shawl, it's an umbrella, sunbrella, and we'll wrap this up. And I realized I have not done her lips. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do her lips. Traditionally, I believe the lips are always like a dark red, but I'm really not sure what color I want to go with. So for now, I'm going to call it a day, and well, not a day of filming at the moment. And then whenever I come back, I'll get the rest of this done, and then do the flowers and the umbrella. So thank you for watching. I know that today I'm not very talkative. It's the 4th of July. People were shooting off fireworks until the wee hours this morning, and I was curled up with a puppy dog in bed, trying to comfort him. So I will see you on my next stream, and hopefully we can wrap this up on the next stream. Thank you for watching. If you're not already a subscriber, can you please subscribe to my channel? Leave a comment, especially if you're experiencing the breakage in the brute furnace. Man, it's really bothering me that that I start to sharpen pencils and they just start to crumble. I don't know if it's a common issue, or if it's just that I got a batch that maybe was dropped in shipping, or mishandled in shipping, or a bad batch. But I do know that it is very frustrating just to sit and grind down a pencil, just to be able to have it where the lead stays intact. So let me know in the comments, please, and I will talk to you next time. In the meantime, be safe, be happy, and color. Bye.